Hello, my name is Sean, and today I'm going to be telling you about my album's lore. Yes, the lore and story of my album. Isn't that exciting? And if you're new around here, it would be such a big help and very much appreciated if you could listen to my other stuff. Now, that would be quite swell. Anyway, on to the lore. Now, my album that's coming out is called Scarlet Has No Hands, and if you could guess, it's about a girl named Scarlet. Yeah, and the bare bones of the story is Scarlet leaves her cult. Yep, this album's about a girl leaving a cult. I know, groundbreaking stuff, but it's the story about how and why she leaves the cult. That is the groundbreaking thing with this album. Now, the cult originally was formed by her and her wait, no, not by her, my bad. The cult was originally formed by Scarlet and her brother's dad. You see, Scarlet also has a brother, should have mentioned that. And another note of information, Scarlet and her brother, which his name is Maroon, they have different mothers. Keep that in mind. You see, long ago, let's say about in the 80s, Scarlet and Maroon's dad formed this cult to get away from society that didn't accept their blood god. Yes, there's a blood god in this story. I know I sound like I'm rambling, but it'll all make sense in due time. Now, also another thing, Scarlet can hear the blood god. That's why during Maroon and Scarlet's youth, their dad always focused much more on Scarlet emotionally and focus much more on Maroon when it comes to doing work for the cult. You know, like teaching him how to be a proper priest for the cult and such. And one day, let's say about when Maroon was 18 and Scarlet was about 16, he leaves. He just leaves the cult. And by the rules instated by him, his next male heir would be the cult leader. And that went to Maroon. And the story of the album actually takes place right before Scarlet's 18th birthday. And on her, well, not on her birthday, but the days leading up to her birthday, she starts to question what the cult's really about and if what they're doing is actually right, and wonder what's outside of the walls of the cult. Oh yeah, the cult is in the woods and it's surrounded by walls that Scarlet and Maroon's dad made right when it was formed. Sorry about that. Next, okay. If you can't tell, I do not have a script going in this, so I'm sorry if you've already gotten this far and you're like, what the heck is this guy talking about? I'm sorry. Anyway, back to the story. Now, the album, the actual taking place of the album, what the songs are actually going through, is basically Scarlet trying to escape and what Scarlet has been experiencing. You see, another note of interest is that Maroon, Scarlet's brother, if you forgot, has created a machine that will allow Scarlet to show her projections of the blood god that they worship, so that the cult followers can actually see him, and that reinstates faith inside of the cult, so no one actually tries to leave him, whatever. And yeah, and there's also a dark side to the machine. Like, it actually starts hurting Scarlet eventually, and Maroon is just trying his best to make sure that Scarlet stays, try and keep her inside of the walls of the cult. But that doesn't fully work. Scarlet does escape with the guise of the blood god. She can hear the blood god in her head, if you forgot. Oh yeah, and in her dreams. It's kind of like an astral projection thing. Now, let's see. What am I forgetting? Yeah, that seems to be about it for the rundown of the story of the album. Oh yeah, and she does leave. And half of the album is simply the brothers lament and reminiscing about Scarlet and about the cult as a whole. And yeah, that's about it. If you've enjoyed this little ramble about my album, then stick around, because I could do this more. Because most of my songs, if not all of my songs, have a story going in. That's how I write, for better or for worse. I write with a story in mind. If I don't have a story in mind, then I'm not gonna be able to write. I need to have a subject matter going in. Who'da thunk, if you're making a song, you gotta write about something. But yeah, I could do this for other songs, like my other previously released song. I could do this for them. And another thing, not to go all Marvel, but my songs have a interconnected universe. Yep, I'm doing MCU, but with music. Isn't that great? I'm pretty sure I'm not the first person to think of this or do it, but I like to think my stories are a bit more interesting. Well, not more interesting, but I like to think they are. Alright, see ya. Check out my music, and I got a crap load of lyric videos, so you can watch those too. Bye.